Let's talk a little bit more about intent. In the English language, an intent is just something that we want to do, an action. For instance, I can say, I intend to play the piano, or I intend to go to the moon, or I intend to go to Europe, I intend to eat food, right? It's an intention, something that I want to do, a certain task. So we've seen intent in these forms before, right? So we create an intent and we specify exactly what we want to do. So this is what we call explicit intent. Because at this point here, it is explicit intent because we are saying exactly what we intend to do. Because we're telling the operating system exactly what we intend to do. So what we intend to do here is to go from activity A, this main activity, and we go to next activity, right? And then that's what we want to do. We want to open the next activity. Now, there are other kinds of intent. In fact, there is one other kind of intent called the implicit intent. Now, the implicit intent is a little bit different from the explicit one because the implicit intent allows us to describe to the operating system what is it that we want to be done, right? And it is the responsibility of the operating system to find the suitable activity or intent to be used to get the job done. Okay, so if we were to have some sort of like a conversation between the intents and the operating system, this would be something like this. The implicit intent will go ahead and ask the operating system, hey, I would like to send a message to my contacts. What should I do? And then the operating system would, of course, say, hey, okay, that's fine. However, I do have a lot of different types or different ways, different applications on the device that will be able to send your message. So please do choose from the following list. And then, of course, the implicit intent will say, okay, great. I'll take email or I'll take the message app or the voice app, whatever that the intent. In this case, will just be the person who's using the application be able to choose. But you get the idea here, right? So that is a difference there. And of course, to finalize the operating system, we're going to say, sure, let's go ahead and do all of that you want. And the message is sent, right? So the difference here is that the explicit one explicitly, so it really gives everything, says, okay, this is what's going to be happen. I want to go from A to B, done. The implicit is a little bit different. It's more of like the intent says, hey, I need something to be done. I know how to do it, but I want you to choose the best app or the best intent that you know, being the operating system, to do the job. Now, the implicit intents are very, very important because they allow us to hand off the job to the operating system. And there are a lot of different kinds of implicit intents. For instance, if we want to open a link from our application, the user may have more than one browser installed. So when we want to open a link, we can use an intent that will trigger the operating system to give a list of web browsers or forms in which we can actually open our link, our web link. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at a very simple example of implicit intents.